Investors have made life-changing profits in the past 2 or 3 weeks by buying into an NFT collection known as Goblintown. Hi, I'm Matt Williamson, Head of Research here at Collective Shift, where on this channel we analyse and break down the most pressing topics related to NFT and cryptocurrency investing. All of these videos are designed to help us become better investors moving forward. In this particular video, I'll be breaking down my 3 investment takeaways and lessons learnt in relation to the raging success that has been Goblintown. This is a collection that has come out for free about 2 or 3 weeks ago and has risen to as high as a price of 9 ETH. Mind you, all of this at a time when equities, cryptocurrencies and NFTs have been absolutely pummeled. So I'm really looking forward to sharing what were very painful lessons learned having not invested in the collection. But I hope from this video that you can take away some of my lessons and apply them to your own investment journey moving forward. The 3 investment takeaways or lessons learned have to do with the following 3 things: memeability, speculation, and technical execution. Before I dive a bit deeper into these 3 things, if you do take a moment to please like this video and also to subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on to make sure that you're keeping up to date with the most time-sensitive and latest analyses by myself and other team members here at Collective Shift. Also, if you're interested in digging deeper into NFT investing or cryptocurrency investing, then do make sure to scroll down and look into the video description, where awaiting you will be a special discount code that you can use over at collectiveshift.io to sign up to our member platform. To get into the 3 lessons learned with respect to Goblintown. The first one has everything to do with memes, and if I was to be critical of myself, and a lesson that I've learned is to place greater emphasis on the power of memes. This may sound frivolous to many of you, but let me tell you, it has been a major reason for Goblintown's success to date. And it's the difference between, in hindsight, perhaps why I would have invested in Goblintown and why I didn't. And that could be the difference between hundreds of thousands of dollars and 0. So we've seen last year, Gremlins, Cryptodes, Satoshi's, MFers, those were kind of meme-centric or very meme-friendly NFT collections that exploded in floor price temporarily. There were a lot of similar kind of vibes, for lack of a better term, with respect to Goblintown. You know, there are a lot of inside jokes in relation to crypto Twitter. A lot of making fun of the state of the market, making fun of ourselves, self-deprecating sorts of traits or I guess humor that was part of Goblintown that was similar to Cryptodes and MFers. But where this kind of distinguished itself, I really have to emphasize the use of this Twitter account. After this video, head to twitter.com/Goblintown WTF and you will see what I mean as I scroll through here on the video. Goblintown took a ballsy move in terms of not opting to not do a Discord. You see this from time to time. Satoshi's MFers was actually one that was a Discordless NFT collection. So Goblintown, definitely isn't the first. However, it's the first to kind of, in my view, at least really excel in terms of generating community on Twitter itself. And to do that, a key ingredient in that has been just the diligent, consistent use of this Twitter account. And I assume it would have to be a team, because they're basically retweeting around the clock, really trying to disseminate and accelerate, I guess, the memes created and encourage meme creation from within the community. This has been, again, extremely impressive to see, as you can see scrolling through here. And this is what raises awareness about a given NFT collection, and just brings more people into the loop. And for the collectors who are already there, it really tightens, I guess, the sense of community and all these collectors' emotional attachment to the NFT itself or the collection itself. So again, I think a lot of people view this as very flippant, frivolous, but again, it's a difference between hundreds of thousands of dollars and nothing. I strongly believe that. And I would encourage you to, just go through this Twitter account and you'll quickly get a sense of how powerful memes have been in this project. So a lesson learned is to just place greater emphasis on it and to be a bit more diligent in seeing, okay, how are these memes being circulated? How many of them are being circulated? Is that rate growing? Which it definitely has in respect to Goblintown. Also, lending to its meme friendliness just quickly has been the use of their own language. So Goblintown, for those of you unaware, uses its own Goblin text and writing, which they have been extremely diligent and consistent in using, whether it's in their smart contract code, whether it's in their website code, whether it's the text on the website, and whether it's their voices that they do during Twitter Spaces. Which have gone on for hours with multiple thousands of concurrent listeners, of people just listening to these grown men, grown women making goblin noises for hours and hours on end. And again, just lends to the meme friendliness of it and the unique, I guess, something else unique that Goblintown has brought to the table here. Okay, number 2 is speculation. And a lesson learned here for myself is to, in the future, put greater emphasis and consideration into the role speculation will play in relation to a given NFT collection, in this case, Goblintown. Now, speculation, I guess, room for speculation is what I really want to emphasize here. Goblintown was intentionally very minimal on their information that they shared upon launch, and there were a lot of just little hidden gems or teasers, Easter eggs of little signs of things that would hint towards potential things happening in the future. There was a lot of mystery, and there still is, surrounding their team. All of this was such strong fuel and ammunition to let the rumor mill run rampant. And we saw, especially notably here, was speculation about the founding team, and that was in relation to Yuga Labs, so the entity that's behind Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, Bored Kennel Club, Meebits, Lava Labs. They're by far the biggest entity in the NFT space. And there was strong rumors at the start that Yuga Labs were behind this collection. And honestly, if that rumor wasn't here, it would have been extremely tough for Goblintown to get off the ground. However, that's at least in my opinion, because that was kind of what got a lot of people's attention at the start, that connection to Yuga Labs. From an investment standpoint, when, okay, this is extremely interesting, this potential speculation, because that's going to mean, if it's true, the floor price of Goblintown will escalate significantly. We also saw speculation in relation to Bud Light on day 1 or day 2, randomly tweeted in the Goblin kind of font and style, or Bud Light in this case, published a tweet that was in the font and style of Goblintown, which was, again, just fuel for the holder base to speculate on. And super important here, and probably is unique in respect to Goblintown, is my number 1 and 2 investment takeaways in terms of memes and speculation are extremely closely tied and almost fuel one another, where you can get collections such as Goblintown, where it's almost this magical kind of confluence of factors where people are speculating, people are making memes in relation to that speculation, and then that just begets more and more people interested in the collection, and drives up demand for the NFTs, which is definitely, undoubtedly what we have seen happen here with Goblintown. So yeah, investment takeaway number 2 would just to, I guess, see where there is room for speculation, if there is any speculation regarding a certain NFT collection, and how that speculation could tie into, I guess, the meme ability or meme friendliness of the collection, if at all. So again, number 2, everything about room for speculation. And importantly, uniquely for Goblintown here, is to realize when there are NFTs that are really meme friendly, that speculation can ramp up even more than what it otherwise would. Okay, it takes me to investment lesson and takeaway number 3. This is by far the most painful of the 3 lessons. You know, yes, I overlooked or didn't pay enough attention to the meme friendliness of the collection. Yes, number 2, I didn't pay as much attention than what I would have liked to how powerful the speculation could have fueled the meme generation and then creating that really recursive cycle. But number 3 here is, I'm extremely confident. Hindsight's 2020, as they say, but I'm extremely confident that I would have minted 5, 10 of these, or at least purchased if I missed the free mint, I would have purchased, when they were at 0.03, 0.05, when I did see them. I would have purchased, 5 or 10 of these, and at the moment would have been sitting on multiple tens of thousands of US dollars, or who knows, maybe even over $100,000. But alas, these lessons are very painful, and I hope you can get something from them. So what do I mean in terms of number 3, technical execution? This has just been extremely impressive in terms of Goblintown. I guess where I went wrong here was just not spending enough time absorbing and just like immersing myself in the collection. It's very obvious here from their website, which again, I didn't, most of my information I was getting through Twitter, through Discord, things like that. But I guess the regret I have is not going to the primary source itself and checking out the website. And as you can see here, like the technical execution of this is incredible, whether it's to the minor details, even just creating a custom Twitter logo or a custom OpenSea icon. Which you don't even see the websites of like Bored Apes, Moonbirds, Doodles, some of the most well-capitalized teams. Like this website, goes so much deeper than all of those websites, and in my opinion is a much better quality website, even though this was a free mint. I've got to stress to you, this team, at least for this, group of people making this was that they had no capital. They might have put in some personal capital, or raised privately, which we might find out later. But this is a team which, for all we know, had no money invested in them, yet their website just trounces some NFTs where the floor price is hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is just where I'm super impressed. Like if you just go on and inspect the code of this website, which I like to do for NFT collections, because it really does give you a sense of how much effort the devs have gone to. You can see here, like even the div ID, like they are calling in Goblin, kind of the Goblin language. I'm not going to say that word here on YouTube, but it really just speaks to, they're like, even the developers are coding in the language, which we'll get to soon with the smart contract. But then seeing here, even just the way the website is laid out, you can go on Brave or Google Chrome and go through on application is what I like to do on these NFT collection websites. And this is like really well optimized for web, with all the PNG breakdowns of here's Garth's left eye, here's Garth's mouth. If you go on the Bored Ape or Moonbirds websites, you will see nowhere near this level of, I guess, diligent naming conventions and just the breakdowns in the images to optimize them for web. And here's just some examples here of the Twitter icon they made. It's just things like this which are just, yeah, extremely easy to find if you know where to look, and it really would quickly give you a sense of how much effort and how serious a team is on with regards to the longevity of their project, how committed they are to the project. You know, even the little things like having this interaction between, I think, Garth and Erky, two main characters in Goblintown. Every day this was updating with like a new picture that Erky was sending Garth and vice versa. And then this kind of fueled the speculation as well as to, oh, okay, whose art is this? And this would, again, they had a plan before they minted, and they were like, okay, day one, we'll release this picture. Day two, we'll release this picture. And then it kind of led up to the McGoblin Burger launch late last week. By then, goblins were already about 8 or 9 ETH. But in hindsight, just even seeing this kind of interaction between these two was a really just good sense and like encouraging sense of the team's, I guess, technical chops. Moving on to even the contract here, you know, regretting deeply just not inspecting, you know, this smart contract on Etherscan. You can see, yeah, just little things like the team goes to effort to just make like ASCII art, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, of their Goblintown logo. You would have seen that they submitted it for verification on Etherscan on May the 19th, which would have, again, given me greater confidence that, okay, this is a team that's taking this seriously. And then to see, like, probably the most hilarious thing is just scrolling through down here. If I do try and zoom in a bit, you can just see like all the functions of their smart contract are in the Goblin language, which is just nuts. Like, it's just so unique, and again speaks to it's a vote of confidence for seeing how seriously, you know, in a kind of paradoxical way, how seriously and committed this team is to making everything they do so meticulous and so deliberately consistent with the rest of the Goblintown universe that they're creating. So yeah, different functions here, just like, yeah, spread goblins, make goblin go bye-bye, something about funds, make goblin have parts. And again, on this contract deployer address as well, you can see that whenever they execute this function called make goblin have parts, you know, it correlates with this egg that I don't have up, sorry, on OpenSea at the moment, but there's this egg which is basically the most premium NFT in the whole Goblintown collection. I think there might be 5 or so of them. I might be wrong there, but every time they called this function on the smart contract, it would update this egg. You can see 12 days, 1 day went in between, 1 day then again in between, 3 days in between. And this was all on the lead up to the McGoblin Burger launch. So again, just more of this updating the metadata of an NFT dynamically to create this kind of story. And again, back to my first 2 points, fueling speculation and fueling memes was just so impressive. And I just deeply regret not taking, you know, a couple of minutes just to go through and check out their smart contract code. So to really sum it up, investment lesson learnt here or takeaway is to, yeah, spend some time in inspecting the website, the smart contract, and not just rely so heavily on secondary information that I was getting via Discord or via Twitter or via, yeah, Twitter Spaces as well. And again, I know this is focusing on what I would have wanted to do at the start on May 18th, 19th, 20th when Goblintown launched. But I did really quickly just want to share this with you, which is more just a deep dive into how impressive McGoblin Burger's contract is, and just how unique, and again, this commitment, this meticulous nature of the team. Yes, I wouldn't have considered it because this obviously wasn't out yet, but I still just want to put this in this video to kind of, and I'll link to it below, for you just to get a sense of how seriously and committed this team is, and this sort of thing, the more of this I see, the more I'm considering investing in Goblintown and McGoblin Burgers, even though they've increased so much in price already. But I'll leave that for another time. But to summarize, the 3 lessons learnt were: respect memes more. Number 2 was to consider more deeply what room for speculation means for a given collection. Number 3 was to take the time to scrutinize and analyze primary sources, so the website code itself, the smart contract itself, rather than relying on secondhand information from other people. My action item for you is to consider these lessons that I've learned, and really just think deeply about how you can take them into your own, I guess, investment outlook, your investment style, and hopefully I hope these can help you as investors moving forward. My ask for you is to comment on this YouTube video below, and my question to you for you to answer is: are you going to be investing in Goblintown? If so, why? And if not, why not? And I would like to remind you, if you could please like this video if you did enjoy it, and to subscribe to the Collective Shift YouTube channel and turn your notifications on. That would be much appreciated. If you want to find out more about what we do here at Collective Shift and the services we provide, head to collectiveshift.io. Lots of information there for you to digest, and remember that discount code is there for you as well. But yes, to leave you, check out some other videos below from Collective Shift, and I hope that this video helps you out.